Greetings, traveler. My name is Tense, and I'm going to show you how to upload World of Warcraft classic logs pretty easily. Let's get right to it. First off, you're going to have to go to classic.warcraftlog.com. Pretty easy, or warcraftlogs.com. And in the top left, there's going to be a button you can choose between Live and Classic. You need to choose on Classic, obviously. From there, you're going to need to install the Warcraft Logs client. You can find this right over here after you create an account. It's usually to the right of where your username is on the basic page. After you install the client, let's open this one up, you're going to use the same information you log into the website with, email, address, password, whatnot. Go ahead and log in. You're going to have a lot of options here. We're not going to deal with those yet. So back on the Warcraft Logs website, you're going to have to join a guild. You can either do this by creating your own guild, which isn't that difficult, or by joining another guild, which you'll need an invite from someone else to do so. And if you want to upload logs, you're going to have to make sure the person who invited you has given you the right permissions to do so. So after you're inside a Warcraft Logs guild, then we're going to go ahead and go back to World of Warcraft, the game. Inside the client, you're going to have to make sure that my cat wants to say hi. Hi, Trixie! Once you're inside of the Warcraft client, you're going to have to go to your network pane. And in there's going to be an option to enable advanced combat logging. You're going to have to toggle that, because the only way you can get logs is by having advanced combat logs. From there, you're going to probably want, what I would recommend is a good add-on in order to auto-track your logs. For this, I highly recommend DBM. And if you're playing World of Warcraft Classic, you probably already have DBM, which is not that difficult to get. So when you have your DBM options open, you're going to find something that looks a little like this. I went ahead and highlighted the spot. You're going to want to go ahead and make sure that you toggled that option. Every time you enter a raid, it's going to start advanced combat logging automatically. That's very important, because that's any raid you go into. And keep that in mind, because if you go into, let's say, Molten Core one week, and then you go into BWL the same week, if you don't clear your Warcraft logs, when you upload a log, it's going to have both of those raids in there. So what we do to fix this is you're going to go ahead, and what I have is a shortcut. Right here, I have a shortcut to my Warcraft logs. From me, it's from my hard drives to my games, World of Warcraft Classic, and then it has its own logs folder. From here, there's a single file, text file, called WoWCombatLog. At the end of every raid, after you upload, you're going to want to delete that. You can only delete it while the game client is not open, because, I mean, you can't delete something that the game's working on currently. So make sure that after every raid, you're deleting your WoW combat log. Otherwise, you might find your logs a little contaminated with multiple raids. And anytime you enter a raid, as I said before, it's just going to start automatically logging. So from here, after a raid, you're going to go ahead and boot up your Warcraft Logs uploader, which is the client you get from the Warcraft Logs website. You're going to want to click on Classic, obviously. Oops, made me log back in, no problem. Then you're going to go to Upload a Log. This is going to have you choose where your combat log is. Usually it goes right to it, but just to be safe, you always want to make sure it's going to the right log. It's not going to show you a log on this screen because I just deleted mine. But if you do that, you just navigate to WoW Classic Log, and you're going to go ahead and choose that location. After that, you're going to want to choose the guild you want to upload to. You're going to have more than one option. You're going to have your personal logs, which only you can see. Then you're going to have logs for any other guilds that you're a part of. As you can see, I am a part of 2 different guilds on Mancreek server. Logtaro Gar for the Horde. So from here, you're going to go ahead and just choose whichever guild you want to upload your logs to. Chimera is my current one, so I'm going to be uploading logs to there. Press OK. To the right of that, you're going to have public, private, and unlisted. That's pretty self-explanatory. Make it public if you want the rest of the guild to see the logs. Private if only you want to see it. And unlisted, which means that it's not going to be compared to any of the other logs. So you're not really going to have your parses compared against everyone else's, but you'll still be able to see your parses. Underneath that, it's going to have you enter a description for the report. If I'm, let's say, raiding Molten Core today, I like to put MC 93-2020, and then I just go ahead and press OK. Since I don't have any logs to upload, it's not going to do much. But after you put in a description for the port and press Go, it's going to go ahead and upload that to whichever guild you chose, and whatever modifiers you chose next to the guild. After it's done uploading, you're going to have an option to be able to go and view the report right away. That first page that it brings up in your web browser, you can just copy that and paste that in your guild Discord or send it to guildies or whatnot, and everyone who has that link is going to be able to see the Warcraft logs that you just took. Other than that, I think that really kind of covers everything. Three main things to make sure you keep track of. Delete your Warcraft logs text file at the end of whenever you upload logs. Reminder, you can find that in your Warcraft Classic. It has its own folder for logs. Second, make sure that you have auto logging enabled via DBM, as I have it in the red square right there. And third, make sure you have a great time rating. That's all for today. Thank you very much for stopping by.